Good morning. It's the next day. We're gonna bake some bread.
But I hope it's all worth it because my hands are freaking cold and hurting. That's what can scare you when you...
Good morning. In this family we make the bread ourselves. And my job is now, because I'm the houseman, I also have to make the bread, you know. And they have what they call a starter, which is this pot with a mix of flour and some bacterials, and it's like a never-ending process. Normally it's in the fridge and I have to put it out of the fridge to let it rise in this temperature right now, and then around 12 it should be rised until here. I have to take half of it to make some bread dough to make the bread. I have to put the starter in a new glass, which I'm doing right now. Into this I have to add some flour and water to like feed it and hope it will stay alive and rise again. I put some of this flour inside and add some extra water. Oh wow, it smells really sour, and that should be a good sign, so that it's alive. And then I hope with the help of the extra flour and the water it should rise again. Wow. Oh wow. Wow. I have to put a lid on, but I have to put it like soft on, and I should not tighten it because otherwise it will explode at some point if it rises. Now I have to add the starter, as they call it, into 60 liter water, because it's going to help the flour or the dough rise. I have to mix it up so it becomes a nice even looking liquid. Now I have to mix 1 kilogram of flour, which can be witmeal, it's white flour, and spelt, as you see here. It has to have 1 teaspoon of salt, and then mix it up, and then at the end mix it with this liquid. Seven, 8, and 1 teaspoon of salt going in. Then I have to mix it up with bare hands. And then I have to add the liquid to the flour and then mix it up until it becomes a nice looking dough. And now just mix it up with something that is usable. Now it looks like this, nice dough, and I have to put it over here. Get a nice towel, put it over it like this, and then it has to stand and hopefully it rise for about 10 to 12 hours. Alright, now it's some hours later, but I haven't waited that long because I didn't have that much time. But this is going to 2 bread formers, if I say it right, anyways, because it's going to sit in this pantry where it can stay for a little longer, and because the temperature is cold, it will rise slower, but it will rise anyway. 2 of these. And I've put them in these breadvormer, if I would say in Norwegian, but it's bread formers. And I have to put it in the pantry to let it rise the whole night, and then tomorrow morning it should have been rising, as I said before. And then they have to be in the oven. And then you have freshly baked bread. Good morning. It's the next day. We're gonna bake some bread because the dough that I've put in the pantry yesterday evening has been there for about 8 hours now, and now I have to put it in the oven. Preheated the oven. Now they're done. The 2 breads, they've risen a little bit, as you can see, and now I'm gonna cut them in 4 pieces.
Right now the temperature in Norway is above 0. That means that it's that the snow is melting. As I said before, I would rather, when I walk in the forest, I'd rather go off the path into the wilderness. And I can see that right there are no trees, which means that I could have a nice view from there. So I'm gonna try to climb up there and enjoy the view, you know. So far so good. You can see my path where I was walking. It's not the safest way to do it, you know. I could just choose another path which goes on top of the mountain, but hey, why not just climb straight up to the mountain? Yips. Wat de f moet ik eigenlijk doen? Waarom de f pak ik niet gewoon een normale pad? Ik moet gewoon nog wat terug. Een dom idee. Okay, almost there. I've chosen the most difficult path I can choose, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, let's go, man. Made it finally up, and as you can see, there's a normal freaking path out here, so I could just walk like 100 meters that way and then use the path. But hey, it's my stupidity and my me being stubborn, but I hope it's all worth it because my hands are freaking cold and hurting. But hey, that's what can scare you when you're walking up a mountain. Oh wow, there is a watchtower over there, which I'm going to have a look at. Okay, I want to try to get on this watchtower, but as you can see, it's very high. Plus the fact this ladder, take a look, it's broken. So I want to stay alive and not die. Yeah, stupid climbing and cold and painful hands. It was all worth it.
So one night, one of the other workers at this place went out of her cabin just to go to the toilet. So she noticed some green things on the sky, so she went and knocked on all of our doors, and we went outside, and then suddenly we saw the northern lights, and we were so happy and just jumping and dancing, and it was just one magical night.
Today is the day that I'm finally picking up Josephine.
Managed to fit all my life into this backpack, so now I'm ready to go see Bastiaan. A very big part of pasta. Oh, not pasta!
Fuck that. Fuck this.
Season 2.
Reunited.